Welcome back, Sunseekers, to Someplace Sunny. Today we're going to discuss generalized anxiety disorder, specifically things you can do to bring yourself back to reality whenever your anxiety is overwhelming and out of control. So if you're suffering from this right now, this video is going to provide practical tips to be able to help you to differentiate the lies that your brain tells you from reality and get you grounded and back into control. So if this sounds like something that you're suffering from, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that we can all get through this healing journey together.
In the sun, it's already begun. You are my one. With a simple mind, we should find some more time. We don't need to worry at all.
So there are many different types of anxiety. I suffer from several, as many of you do. But today we're focusing on generalized anxiety. And the definition of generalized anxiety is the constant worry and fear that can be severe that interferes with daily life. That's basically what it is whenever you worry so much that it is interfering with relationships, well-being, jobs, just your general life. Is the definition of what generalized anxiety disorder is. And a lot of the symptoms of it are just, you can't slow your mind down. It's constant worry about things that are out of your control and most likely things that are never going to happen. There's restlessness involved. I know that I feel sometimes like, I like to describe it like my insides are running, even though I'm standing still. Fatigue, difficulty breathing. And if you don't get these things under control, they can, and oftentimes do, manifest themselves into a full-blown anxiety slash panic attack. And if you missed that video and you'd like some more tips, we did one the other day, very powerful, about how I'm learning to give that away, give that worry and pain and fear away. You can find that right here. So remember, Sunseekers, managing anxiety is a journey. It's okay to seek help. And it's okay to take small steps every day, because that's what we do. We just have to take small steps and try to do better than we did yesterday. So as some of you may know, because if you've been watching my videos, this is probably the best I've been in a long time with controlling my anxiety and generalized anxiety disorder. However, it just creeps up out of nowhere. And I'm going to share a little story. So my daughter, who's 23, just broke up with her boyfriend. And we had met a person whenever we went to the beach a couple of months ago. And he was inviting her down. And I had met him, I had spent time with him. I actually ran background checks, the whole thing. So he was a perfect gentleman, and she had a great time. And even though he was in touch with us, he was responding to my messages, he was FaceTiming my husband, it got so bad, and my anxiety seems to hit in the evenings for whatever reason. I don't know. I've asked several psychologists if I'm afraid of the dark, but my anxiety generally always manifests in the evening hours. And it was so bad, she was gone for 3 days, that I literally had her being trafficked. I had her being chloroformed. I had her, it was literally out of control. And I did not know how to stop it. I explained to my psychologist that it was almost like 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I couldn't differentiate. No one could tell me that I was not having a heart attack whenever my panic attack started. They just couldn't tell me that. My mind told me that I was having a heart attack. And it was the same thing this past weekend. It was probably the worst 3 days I've had in 20 years. And it was very, very difficult for me to get through. Those thoughts just wouldn't stop. And even though I tried very, hard to ground myself and to talk myself out of it, it was probably one of the hardest times in my life to do that. And the way that I did it was just several things, and they weren't perfect, guys, and they're not going to be, but being at least, if you can get yourself even halfway there, then maybe the next time it'll be 3/4 of the way there. And the next time, it's better than just being completely out of control. Okay, so whenever it was that bad, this past week, and it was bad, guys. I was believing it. Nothing could tell me. And the cool thing was that as you learn and as you start your healing journey, you will be able to differentiate. Even though it was real to me, I could feel it coming on. I could differentiate. I could know that I was this close to a panic attack. And obviously I didn't want to go into a panic attack. So I started reaching for things that I've learned over the past 20 years. And one of them that is really, really a good exercise and a good technique, and it generally can help you immediately, is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 exercise. And that is you whenever you're in this state of mind, you think about, you name 5 things you can touch, 4 things you can see, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. So as I was laying in bed, I thought I was feeling the covers in my hands. I could feel the covers. I could feel the fan blowing on me. I took a drink of water. I could taste the water. I could smell the little air freshener that I have in the corner. So whenever you do that, it kind of takes the focus away from, the terrible things that you're thinking, and it kind of brings you back to reality. Deep breathing is also another thing that I practiced. I would lay in bed and close my eyes and just breathe and count your breaths and go to your breaths. And we've talked about this before. Meditation and deep breathing are not easy, and there's no perfect way to do them. But the whole point is, if you can take your focus off of those thoughts and concentrate on your breath, it does seem to help in a fairly quick time. Okay, so now that we've gone over what you can do to try to immediately stop those thoughts and prevent a panic attack from coming on, now we're going to go into long-term strategies and some of the ones that I use. Cognitive restructuring is amazing. It is basically training your mind and challenging those negative thoughts. So what I do, I was getting pissed, right? I mean, I'm like, this is bullshit. I have been dealing with this for freaking 20 years, and I was really getting mad, and I was kind of yelling I kind of picture anxiety as a person in my brain, like someone who's in there trying to battle me and battle the light and the dark. So I literally one night laid there and I'm like, you know what? This is bullshit. You are not going to do this to me. And it's just, I know that you hear a lot that it's just as easy to think positive things as it is negative, and that's not true. It's not just as easy. But if you work on it, I would lay there and look at pictures that she was sending me and focus on how happy she was and how positive she was, and try to get the positive to take over the negative. Setting aside time to worry is a good thing as well. I'm busy, and I would come outside in the morning, and exercise is great. I would walk every morning, but I would give all those worries. And as I've discussed before, whether you are a spiritual person or a religious person, just give those worries away. So what that does is it gives you a set time to address them. And if you just focus on that, okay, this is where I'm going to address my fears and worries now, that hopefully the goal is that you can move on with your day and not have to worry about them anymore. So that is kind of, a lot of people who have anxiety have control issues, which I know that I do. So that is kind of a way to control the anxiety and the time that you spend on it. So remember, Sunseekers, managing anxiety is a journey. It's okay to seek help. And it's okay to take small steps every day, because that's what we do. We just have to take small steps and try to do better than we did yesterday. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and comment for more. Make sure you subscribe for more content on how to overcome anxiety, seasonal affective disorder, and the multitude of mental health challenges that we all face. I would like to encourage you to share your stories. You can share those below in the comments, and that helps us all to support each other as we're healing together. Also, please visit us at someplacesunny.shop. We are building a great tribe of Sunseekers. We're starting to get some really empowering stories in that are helping others. So you can also get some awesome gear there, our Someplace Sunny brand. And it's cool because you can wear your story, you can wear your journey, and you can tell your journey to the world without speaking a word. So thank you for joining me today. Together we can face generalized anxiety and find our inner peace together. Stay sunny and keep shining, Sunseekers.